Hi friends, my name is Renee Miller, and I know that you're wondering, what is a life plan? You've probably heard someone talk about it or saw our website talking about life plans, and you're like, what is a life plan? Why do I need to plan my life? I'm here with Kadi Cole. She's the owner of Kadi Cole and Company, and she is the life plan guru. Kadi, tell us why life plan and what is a life plan?
Yeah, so LifePlan is something that I fell in love with about 5 or 6 years ago when I invested in one for myself. And it was such a transformational experience. I was like, I need to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
And so I got certified and been doing it since. But basically, LifePlan is a 2-day personal retreat where we basically we call circle the mountain to get perspective around all the different aspects of your life. I think sometimes when we're planners or we're trying to get clarity on what it is we're supposed to do or what job am I supposed to take or how do I fit all of these things into my life, it's really easy to look at life in one dimension. How do I be a better mom or parent? How do I do better at my job? Where should I be living? I'm at a crossroads, what should I do? But the problem is we have whole lives and it has a lot of information in it and a lot of aspects that we have to take into consideration. So LifePlan, we walk you through 20 different tools. I act as the facilitator and ask you key questions, kind of try to draw out from you what's really already in you that we just need to kind of map out on the wall and create a plan around. And it's really incredible to watch the kind of the blinders fall off and sort of have these aha moments of like, that's why that's so important to me, or that's why that's an issue, or that's why I feel like I need to leave my job. It kind of gives you the understanding of why I'm feeling what I'm feeling, and then some really clear action steps. In fact, you've gone through the process.
I have,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
Tell us a little bit about what that was like for you.
That was probably the most clarifying 2 days of my, exhausting and clarifying 2 days. Exhausting because I didn't realize how much you get inside of your head. And when you aren't talking about it or aren't trying to figure out the next steps, you're exhausted. You're trying to just figure out the next thing to do. And instead, you talked about circling the mountain. And on our first day, you said, we're going to kind of go over the same things over and over again. And if you find yourself repeating the same things, that's a good thing.
Yeah, because it's all from a different angle.
Correct.
Right?
And so you're kind of seeing, you said each time you get a higher perspective. And that was huge for me. The focus and the clarity that I got out of those 2 days, and even for my marriage, being able to know how to communicate better with my spouse because of our giftings. I was able to figure out, okay, this is how God made me, and so this is how God made him, and so now this is how we can communicate. After 12 years of marriage, it was like, why didn't I do this before? So yes.
What do you think is the most common feedback we get from men or women who have come through a life plan?
Typically, it's like some type of emoji with a mind exploding because they're like, why didn't I know this before? But if it's not that, it's typically just thank you for the clarity. Thank you for the focus. Thank you that I'm able to now see what my next step is. The pieces are all together, or dots have been connected. That's a lot of the feedback that we get. It's not necessarily that you didn't know these things before, but it's now the dots are connected. So I think that's the biggest feedback that we get.
I think too, it's important to know that the life plan is really just your first step.
Yeah.
So from there, you leave with a 90-day action plan, and it is very clarifying. You know exactly what you need to do to move your life forward. But then we can reconnect with you and do monthly or quarterly check-ins. Several of our clients come back and do a day-long renewal once a year.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to just build in reflection, renewal, and planning into your life in a way that encompasses all aspects. And I'll be really honest with you, the key for me when I did my life plan was having a facilitator. Because there is something about having a trusted resource that's going to ask you questions and push in on things and discern things that you just can't see for yourself. And so having that person for me, that's what I want to offer to other people. I'm very passionate about that. And I finally feel like I have something that takes all my weird, eclectic professional background and boils it all together. And I'm like, I think I use every job I've ever had when I facilitate a life plan. And that's so rewarding to me. And I love being able to offer people a very holistic, facilitated process that really cares for them physically, mentally, relationally, emotionally, and spiritually. I love that. So that's really my vision for it. I would encourage you to really consider it. It is an investment of time. It's an investment of resources. It's an investment of like your emotions. But it's really worth it. You kind of raise the level of your foundation and then you start building from there. So
that's great. That's a good example. You're just starting that foundation so that you can continue. So if you are thinking about doing a life plan, you just let us know. Your next steps would be to figure out a 2-day time frame. We'll go over all the pre-work that you need. We kind of take care of all of that for you. So your next step is just Let's do it.
And we should say there is a one-day plan if you're a young adult
Yes.
that you would like to do. We sort of modified it. So let us know if you're interested in that or in
Absolutely.
gifting that to the young adult in your life.
Yes.
It's been a
Birthday
great
gifts.
graduation present,
Yes.
Christmas, birthday, all those sorts of things. It's been really helpful. And
Yeah.
I think we all look back and go, man, I wish I would have known this at 18 or at 22.
Yes, exactly. Awesome. So we'll see you. Have a great one.
Thanks.